A very good evening to everyone. Welcome to Global Online. And here we are with our NTA UGC Net Paper 1 preparation for August 2022 batch, wherein, as requested by some students, we have brought up people development and environment questions, which are the most repeated MCQ forms. In some or other way, they have been repeated. You can see them in the previous year question papers also. You can see them in practice questions also. And hence, we have taken such questions. So let's revise these questions. We will do first part today. We will do second part tomorrow. And then after that, we will take next is higher education. So let's see. Let's try to finish off this question so that it will give you a good practice for your upcoming examination. Before we go ahead, a quick announcement regarding the revision PDF for paper 1 of Global Online. So this revision PDF will be having 2000 plus MCQs, which are updated MCQs, current affairs, previous year question papers, and most repeated questions, which are available at a cost of 599. You can get in touch with the given WhatsApp number in order to avail your copy of revision PDF. Apart from this, we also have UGC Paper 1 crash course, which consists of all the live lectures, the revision notes on all the topics, last 10-year question papers, test series, consisting of 2,500 plus questions, which you can avail from Global Online app, or you can ping us for the same on the given WhatsApp number. The fees for same is 3,500 right now, but a 30% discount is going on. So you will get this course for amount rupees 2,450. For this, what you can do is that you can go on Google Play Store, download the Global Online app. This is the interface which you will get. And based on this interface, you can go for a payment of fees, where you will get the next interface with the help of content, wherein you have various units consisting of theory lectures, MCQ lectures, notes, mock test, as well as evaluation test. And this will, under one umbrella, this will all give you a good amount of practice for your paper 1. At the same time, for paper 2 also, we have the crash course, that is notes and PDFs are available. For paper 2 also, you can get in touch with the given WhatsApp number. The fees for the same is 1,500, but 30% discount is going on, so the fees is 1,050. So in case if you are interested, you can just get in touch with the given WhatsApp number for paper 2. Now let's start with the questions for the day. So here comes your first question, number 1. An artificial ecosystem is what? So they have given us an example slide, and they have told us to find out what is called as an artificial ecosystem. So whether it is lake, whether it is ocean, whether it is aquarium, or whether it is forest. So from the given list, what is defined as artificial ecosystem? Artificial ecosystem is called as what? So let's see what exactly is the right answer. Anyone who is not aware what exactly an ecosystem is, it's nothing but a community, biological community of organism and the physical environment. So when you talk about the biological community of environment and its biological community of organisms as its physical environment, so that is defined as what? It is defined as artificial ecosystem. So from the given list, that is a list such as lake, ocean, aquarium, or forest, from the given list, what can be the example of artificial ecosystem? So what is artificial ecosystem from the given following examples? Today the questions are there in Hindi, so you can just go for the Hindi questions also. Any students who are watching who are comfortable with Hindi language, okay? So yes, the example, the artificial ecosystem example is aquarium. Now let's see a little bit of explanation for this. So when we talk about artificial ecosystem, it is, I gave you an example of what ecosystem. Now the question was talking about what the artificial ecosystem that is made by man for commercial or other benefits. So ecosystem is in biological, when I talk about ecosystem is nothing but a biological organism interaction of community of organism and its the physical environment. But here we were talking about which type of ecosystem? We were talking about artificial ecosystem. So when we talk about artificial ecosystem, it is an ecosystem which is made by the man for the commercial and other benefits. Okay. Now these ecosystems, now if it is made by, it is man-made or human-made, so definitely it will be modified for their own profit. Either it can be terrestrial or it can be aquatic. So if you check an example, the artificial ecosystem can include dams, gardens, parks, which are made by human, zoos, aquariums, and botanical gardens, okay, which are a part of artificial ecosystem, which are maintained in order to conserve the biodiversity. So the plants and animals are placed in well-protected areas similar to the natural habitat. And hence aquarium can be labeled as, or it can be called as what? It can be called as one of the artificial ecosystem. So please remember how the questions can be twisted, how the questions can be, come up with a different, simple, though they look very simple, but definitely they will twist, they will give that twist which in the pressure of examination you will not be able to understand. So you have to, that's the reason one most important thing which has been told to you every now and then is to read, to make the habit of question reading very well, which is very, very important in order to crack your examination with the efforts. So there are many students who complain that efforts are there, but there is no, there is no positive outcome. The reason is some other where you are lacking, and for that little small important advices you have to keep in mind without fail. So now let's go to next question. Lead is considered mainly as what? Is it a pollutant? Is it an air pollutant? Is it a water pollutant? Is it a land pollutant? Or is it a radioactive pollutant? So they have given an example. See, a primary pollutant and secondary pollutant. We have covered this topic in the theory class also very well. And it has been observed in the recent cycles that yes, no doubt, there are questions from pollutants. So either primary pollutant or secondary pollutant, or they can tell you to identify which pollutant it is, okay, from the given option. So there is one question, so you should be aware of this. So now they are asking of lead is an example of what, or it is considered as which type of pollutant, whether it is air, water, land, or radioactive. So let's see the answer. Yes. So basically it is called as what? It is called as an air pollutant. Now let's understand the little bit information about it. Lead is persistent in the environment, and it accumulates in soils and sediments through deposition from air resources, direct discharge of waste streams to water bodies, mining, and erosion. Ecosystem near point sources to lead demonstrate a wide range of adverse effects, losing its, losing the to say pollutant and resulting into or causing into air pollutant. So lead is basically considered as what? It is considered as air pollutant, as it is written very clearly that it it disseminates through the deposition from air sources. So hence it is considered as one of the air pollutant. Please keep in mind, see the questions which we are practicing with you, definitely direct questions cannot be expected, but same questions can be in any twisted form or any different way and can be a part of your examination. So you have to basically understand. Now the same question you are not expected, maybe they will give you the statements, okay, the deposition is from the air sources, or the deposition leads to demonstration of or leads to adverse effect, and you need to identify, either it may be in the form of statement questions or it may be in the form of assertion questions. So you have to be very careful when you're doing the questions with the options. Okay, let's come to the next question. This is question number 3. Which of the following are alternate sources of energy? So they have given us some sources like fossil fuels, wind, solar energy, and both solar and wind energy. And they are asking us to find out which are of the following from the given options, which are called as alternate sources of energy. That is, whether it is fossil fuels, whether it is wind, whether it is solar energy, or whether it is wind and solar energy. So let's quickly have a thought over it, and let's come to the answer. I will read again the question for you. The question is the question is telling you to find out the alternate sources of energy from the given list. So that is fossil fuels, whether it is wind, it is solar, and it is both B and C, that is wind and solar energy. So let's see. The right answer is yes, it is wind as well as the solar energy, which are called as the alternate source of energy. So let's have a look. So when we talk about alternative or alternate source of energy, it is any energy source that does not use fossil fuels like coal, gasoline, and natural gas. It means it is not including, or it is not taking into consideration what? It is not taking into consideration the fossil fuels. Renewable energy that comes from the natural sources like wind, solar, geothermal, hydroelectric, tidal, biomass, and hydrogen. Alternative sources of energy refers to that energy sources which are, as I said, which are other than fossil fuels, and it includes renewable and nuclear energy. Now, please remember this. Alternative sources includes what? Renewable and nuclear energy, and it does not include fossil fuels such as coal, petroleum, and diesel. So although nuclear energy is not as bad for the environment as fossil fuels, but still it isn't classified as a renewable source, because nuclear material cannot be replenished within a human's lifetime. Nuclear energy is the one which is produced by using, elements such as uranium, thorium, which cannot be replenished and have a finite finite amount in existence. So please remember that there are little bit, concerns, but replenishable, in case if anyone is not aware about the meaning as replenishable, that is renewed. Okay. So alternate energy refers to energy resources, but does not includes all the renewable and nuclear energy. And why it does not includes? Because it cannot be replenished. It means it cannot be renewed. Hence, for the given question, the alternative or the alternate source of energy can be wind energy as well as can be the solar energy. Okay. Now, next question, International Solar Alliance, that is framework. So we have done this in our theory class also. Agreement was entered. I told you this, you can say the frameworks or agreements or protocols. These are all year-wise, they are expected. Okay. Conference of parties. So you have to be very factual about this certain information. Why? Because they will be coming or they will be asked year-wise. So International Solar Alliance Framework Agreement entered into force in which year? 2015, 2017, 2016, or 2018. So you have to define the year. International Solar Alliance Framework Agreement entered into force in which of the following given years, or from which of the following given years, whether it is 2015, whether 2017, whether it is 2016, or whether it is 2018. So the right answer is yes, 2017. So International Solar Alliance, a framework agreement, was initiated in 2015. Please keep this in mind. Many a time students get confused in their initiation and the enforcement year. So initiation happened in 2015 and it came into force in 2017. That is 6th November 2017. 15 countries have signed and ratified. Ratified, it means legally entered into a International Solar Agreement, framework agreement. Okay, so this is basically, it's called as what? It is framework agreement. So the complete date is 6th November 2017, and it was formed, or you can say it was initiated in 2015. Okay, sorry. Yes. Now, which of the following socio-economic problems are related to overpopulation? So they are asking, basically the question is about overpopulation, but which are the problems, socio-economic problems? So whether it is food, whether it is employment, whether it is good fertility of the soil, or all of this. I'll repeat again, which of the following socio-economic problems are related to overpopulation? So whether it is food, whether it is employment, whether it is fertility, good fertility of soil, or whether it is, all the above. So the one which is related to socio-economic problems related to overpopulation. So if you can see, it's all of above. It's not only food, it's not only employment, but also it is, it is basically the fertility. So all these reasons are considered as what one of the problems of the socio-economic problems. So overpopulation, if you see the interconnection, overpopulation requires food, okay, which has to be fulfilled, or the problem has to be it has to be fulfilled for everyone, and that can create a food shortage and it can create a problem. Employment issue, Yes, it is directly related to employment because people, are overpopulated. So there are no that much vacancies for the job. So again, it will lead to what? Lead to employment issue. More population means more employment, and there will be over exploitation of soil in the population. It means it will be resulting into reducing the fertility of the soil. So the fertility of the soil will be reduced. So this is basically what all the problems are interconnected or interrelated, and hence all of them above will be related to overpopulation. Okay, next. Indira Gandhi Canal has brought greenery to whom? That is to the state of Haryana, Rajasthan, Karnataka, and Andhra Pradesh. Okay. Now, this is a very direct question, a clear-cut direct question, which you should be very well aware of. Indira Gandhi Canal has brought greenery to which state? The states listed below are the state of Haryana, the state of Rajasthan, the state of Karnataka, and the state of Andhra Pradesh. So yes, many of them may be aware of these answers, but if not, please revise it. So it is the state of Rajasthan through which Indira Gandhi Canal has brought greenery to. So it is the greenery by Indira Gandhi Canal has been brought to the state of Rajasthan. Okay, next. Soil erosion can be prevented by what? So a very easy question. I meant to say you should not go wrong for this question. I have purposely added such a easy question just to see. See, sometimes what happens, this is the tendency of you students when you sit for examination. You keep your what you say you have the lot of expectations. Yes, the very high end of questions, complicated, complex questions will be a part of your I mean to say definitely will be a part of your question paper. And with such complex questions, even if one or two easy questions you get, no, you're not able to think on that. So that's the reason, after some questions, I have brought one simple question. That is, soil erosion can be prevented with what? Afforestation, deforestation, overgrazing, or removal of vegetation. So if you see, it is all odd man out. Soil erosion. So if you want to if you want to prevent the erosion of the soil, you have to come up with what? You have to definitely come up with afforestation. It means you have to plant more trees, because deforestation, overgrazing, and removal will lead to what? Will lead to soil erosion. But they are not asking about that. They're asking about the prevention. Okay. Next. Which of the following is not caused due to global warming? So they are asking that from the following list, which they have given below, is not a result of global warming: melting of polar ice caps, formation of acid rain, change of climate, or rise of sea levels. So which of them is not? Remember to read the the question very correctly. Many times it has been overseen. You people oversee the question, and you just end up with a wrong, in spite of knowing the question, you end up with a wrong option. Okay. So here it is clearly telling that which of the following is not caused due to global warming. So whether it is melting of polar ice caps, whether it's a formation of acid rains, whether it's a change of climate, or whether it's a rise of sea levels, which of them are, the reason? So yes, the one which is not caused due to global warming is the formation of acid rain. So acid rain is not a reason, or it means it is not a cause due to global warming. But yes, polar ice cap, change of climate, and rise of sea levels are the reasons of what? Are the reasons of global warming. So global warming, recently there is no question seen, but in case if they start again with the same, so you should be aware of those, questions. Okay. Then we have next is airborne disease. Airborne diseases mainly cause harm to what? So we are having the list. Okay. Like for example, they have given us digestive system, circulatory system, a reproductive system, and respiratory system. And they are saying that airborne disease mainly caused harm to what? So you have to tell which system gets harmed by airborne disease, whether it is digestive, whether it is circulatory, whether it is reproductive, or whether it is respiratory. So the one which gets, mainly the disease which is mainly caused, or which caused the harm, is the respiratory system. So let's have a respiratory system. Why? Because yes, difficulty in breathing, or having a fresh amount of air in order to breathe can definitely result into the blockage of respiratory system, which can further worsen, it can worsen the things further if not taken care. Yes. Next one we have is stress and anxiety are caused by what? So they have given us, as I said, see, this all are the questions where, any one question can be expected from these topics, whether it is a topic of your pollution, whether it is a topic of your pollutant, that is a secondary or primary pollutant, or whether it is a topic of your that is pollution, whether it is various type of pollution and energy resources. So here definitely one or two questions are expected, whether it is a factual question or direct question. So you should be very well prepared with this. Okay. So stress and anxiety are caused by which pollution they are asking. So whether it is air pollution, whether it is noise pollution, whether it's water pollution, or whether it is nuclear pollution, which can result into stress. See, read the question very carefully, which can result into stress and anxiety. So the one which results into stress and anxiety is basically what is the noise pollution. Okay, the level of noise pollution can definitely, it can increase the amount of stress, or it can, result into the stressful situation or anxiety situations, and can again, make the things worse. So the one which is when the result of stress and anxiety is noise pollution. Okay. Next, the group of animals belonging to same species is known as what? Now see, again, this is an easy question. After some questions, I've added again a break and, taken a different question just to ensure that, you should be aware of this very well. So the group of animals belonging to the same species is known as what? Whether it is known as an ecosystem, whether it is known as a population, whether it is known as community, or whether it is known as none of the above. So which of them results into, the group of the animals belonging to the species, same species, is known as what? We have studied what is ecosystem now, population, community, and none of this. So what it will be called as? A group of, see, read the question very clearly. The question is giving a very clear cut idea. A group of animals belonging to the same species, same. So that same species will be nothing, but it will be called as what? It will be called as population. So the group of same species, animals, though it is animals, but a group of same species, it's nothing but will be termed as what? Will be termed as population. Okay. Now, coming to question number 12. Which fraction, okay, that is the percentage of the total primary energy used in India is derived from biomass? Now here, such type of questions can be little dangerous because you have to have a direct factual knowledge. You can't have a guessing over here. So they're talking about the fraction of total primary energy which is used in India to derive biomass. So it is, 32% or 42%, 56% or 22%. So as I said, it's a direct question. You should be able to know the correct, exact, accurate, approximate number. So it's 32%. So let's have, so biomass, it is one of the important source of energy source, as it is renewable, it is widely available, it is carbon neutral, and also potential in order to provide most significant employment in rural areas. So it is capable of providing the firm energy, which hence it is 32% of the total energy used in the country is derived from the biomass, as per given by the source. The source is Ministry of New and Renewable Energy. Sometimes you can get a twist in the question, who has given this, from where the source is available, that is Ministry of New and Energy and Renewable Energy. So this is the source from which it is understood that 32% of the total primary energy is used in the country is derived from biomass. Okay. Now, question number 13. Now, yes, again, one of the most important topic for your people development and environment, and where the questions can be expected, that is the Millennium Development Goals and Sustainable Development Goals. So now this question is related to Sustainable Development Goals. Which of the following Sustainable Development Goal is related to sustainable consumption and production pattern? So what is the goal? So they have given you the question from one of the interior part of the topic, that which goal is related to consumption and production pattern. So they have given you by the numbers, whether it is goal number 9, whether it is 10, whether it is 11, or whether it is 12, which goal has, which goal states or which goals relate to sustainable consumption and production pattern. So basically it is goal 12, okay, which is related to sustainable and consumption and production pattern. How come? See, so there are, as you all are aware, there are 17 goals which are linked to sustainable development goals, which was set up in 2015 and is to be achieved in 2030. Goal 12 is meant for sustainable consumption and production pattern. This is basically to ensure the purpose, to ensure good use of resources, to improve the energy efficiency and sustainable infrastructure, to provide basic services, green and decent jobs, and hence, ensuring a better quality of life. So yes, sustainable development goals, which talks about sustainable consumption and production, is goal number 12. Okay, so there are 17 goals, and as I told in one of the class, I have taken all the 17 goals interior, what type of questions can be expected. That also is taken in detail. Now you have matched the following. So yes, here also such type of questions are expected. You have disease, okay, and in column 1, that is column A, and you have mode of spread. So cholera, they have given trachoma, they have given schistomasis, they have given dengue. Okay, so you have to tell that what is the mode of spread, whether it is lack of water, whether it involves water contact, whether it is ingestion of polluted water, or it requires host. So what exactly is linked to the disease and the mode of spread? So let's see which disease is related to the mode of spread. So yes, once again, you can have a minute to look at the question and come to the answer, because maybe you're not aware of some topics. So you will be able to learn now. So disease is given below, and you have the mode of spread. Okay, cholera, trachoma, then we have schistomasis as well as dengue. So maybe if you're not aware, let's go. The right answer is option number C. Okay, so when we talk cholera, that is, it is ingestion of polluted water. Okay, when we talk trachoma, it involves water contact, but not trachoma, basically it is, lack of water to maintain cleanliness. Then we have next is schistomatis, that is to involve water contact but no ingestion. Dengue, that is requires a host in order to spread. Okay, let's have a look. So basically cholera is a bacterial disease that causes severe diarrhea and dehydration. It is usually spread in water. Trachoma is a bacterial infection that affects the eye. So access to clean water and sanitation are the keys to prevent this disease. Schistomasis is caused by infection with fresh water parasitic worms. The fresh water becomes contaminated by infection of animals or human urines on feces. Dengue is nothing but the one which requires the host, that is the bite of insects in order to, spread or transmit. Okay. Yes, so I hope it is very clear. The disease, if you're not aware, I have just kept this slide so that you can, you can just take a image of it, take a screenshot, and ensure that you are very well prepared if any such type of question comes. Okay, the next one you have is, in which year the first commitment period? Okay, oh sorry, I have okay, fine, this answer is reflected over here, but okay, no problem. The question is, in which year the first commitment period of Quito Protocol came to an end? So basically, Quito Protocol has 2 periods. Okay, it came to, and the first commitment period came to an end in 2012. The answer is already reflected, but it's okay. In case if you're not aware, you can just remember this. But let me take you to this. So the Quito Protocol was the one adopted as an international treaty that committed signatories to develop national programs to reduce emission of greenhouse gases. So Quito Protocol is, related to greenhouse gases. and it was adopted on 11th December 1997, but it came into force in 16th Feb 2015 with two commitment periods. The first, which expired on 31st of December 2012, and the second, which, the second commitment period, that is expired on 2020. So please remember the commitment period. So the question was based on that. When did the first commitment period end? So the first commitment period end is 2012. Okay, I'll try my level best to ensure that tomorrow also, if possible, I'll bring some more questions on your people development and environment, as many students have, requested for that. Maybe that fear factor is there in order to revise this topic. So let's bring little bit more question. I'll try to bring little bit more question, and then we will go for the higher education also, so which will give you a good amount of practice in order to revise these questions very well. Okay, so thank you everyone. That's all. We will tomorrow also we will revise the next we'll revise the same topic with more questions for practice. Thank you.